So first of all, congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What was it about this dysfunctional family that made you sign on for it?
I mean, dysfunctional is so fun.
It's fun. And it's there was a lot of truth, I felt like, in the script. A lot of ways that people deal with dysfunction that is familiar to me, from like just the decision that you'll be angry for the rest of your life, or the decision that other characters make to ignore it and pretend like everything was fine and that there was never any problem, to escaping and not dealing with it at all, and like getting drunk and just. So yeah, I was like, oh, I know, I think I've done all three of these things.
Yeah, exactly. I relate to all these people.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the sibling dynamic the two of you share?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they have a really special bond. However that initially formed, I think, their dad wasn't really around for them. He was sort of a workaholic, and so they kind of had each other's backs, and they kind of policed each other, and
They looked out for each other. I don't think, we were discussing this, it's not that they're necessarily the closest, but I think when push comes to shove, as it does in this film, when we both venture to Northern Ontario together, we're a team, for sure, And so I think, just kind of taking that and building on it was really fun.
The film speaks to the complicated father-son, father-daughter relationship. So how similar or different was it from your own relationship with your father?
Well, from my night and day. I mean, I happen to be very close with my father, and we had a really beautiful relationship. We went through a lot of, difficulties together. We lost my mom quite young, so it was me and him. So we were really a unit. And of course, lack of communication, not being able to, communicate the way you'd want to. But I think that came later, that I had a great relationship with my dad, for sure.
Yeah, I had a great relationship with my dad too, but my parents got divorced, so there's similar elements to that, the feeling of having a family unit and then having it sort of break apart, and then having new people enter your lives, and so it's always complicated, and I think that thankfully we dealt with it in different ways than these two guys deal with it. But yeah, I think there's a lot of father-son elements that you'll find across the board with fathers and sons, and the idolization, and then the fall, and the judgment, and the forgiveness, hopefully.
How did y'all relate to the craziness of the family? Anything y'all share with the same story?
I definitely have a crazy family. I mean, we love each other, and there's so much love there, and you get to a point where you love all the idiosyncrasies of everyone else, but the thing is,
learning to accept those idiosyncrasies, that's definitely challenging sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With such a huge ensemble, what was it like shooting with them?
It was great.
It was great. We had a really blessed experience from the moment we got there. Like, it just, we were in Parry Sound all together in the middle of nowhere, and we just really, our cast is amazing, and we laughed together a lot. And, it was one of those productions where every single person involved is so passionate about their craft. So it was always a pleasure to rehearse and to talk about the characters and to talk about the scene the next day. And it was really nice that you didn't have to pull anyone's teeth out.
Yeah, and everyone was so different. So it was like, those action movies where everyone has a different, like I'm the computer guy, and I do traps, and I do explosions or whatever. It was sort of like that. And, everyone had their own gifts, which is cool.
Jason, you mostly play the nice guy. Is he like this in real life?
Nice?
Yeah.
He's so nice.
Most of the characters are just like that.
Yeah.
And lastly, what's next for you?
Well, I don't know. This cartoon that I do called Gravity Falls is coming to the season finale, season finale, and it's there's been a whole mystery, and all of these things are getting revealed, and it's just gonna explode in this huge, exciting thing. So I'm excited for that. And I did this show for Comedy Central called Another Period that got picked up for a second season.
Yay!
So I'll be doing that one. Yeah.
So good. And I'm waiting to hear if there's going to be a third season of the show that I did called Murder in the First. So hopefully within the next week, I'd like to know if I have another season or not. So we'll see.
Keeping our fingers crossed for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for chatting with us and wishing you all the best.
Thank you.